Hi, and welcome to my channel, Laura's Library Card. It's been a year. Maybe I should retire that opening line? Tell me what you think down in the comments. So yeah, it has been 1 year on Booktube. I'll drink to that. Congrats. I am doing the Booktube Birthday Tag video slash I'm just going to talk about my year on Booktube. So yeah, I'm also going to try to do this all in one take. So good luck editing, Laura. So just before I start this tag, I want to preface this by saying that this is not my first drink. This is my second drink. And also, I am trying to be very logical as I answer these questions. And I also so I don't mean any of these questions to be like dark or foreboding in any way. So take that with a grain of salt. But anyway, that's a kind of a weird intro, but let's just get started, huh? Okay. The first question on the Booktube birthday tag video is, how many years on Booktube are you celebrating? I'm celebrating 1 year. I have been on Booktube for a whole year, which is longer than I thought I was going to make, so yay. Question 2, what has kept you motivated to continue making videos? I am not super motivated to make videos, actually, so honestly, okay, let me back up. I really enjoy, as everyone says, it's true, the community and the people are what makes Booktube awesome. So that's that. And I love interacting with people on my channel, through Booktube, through the connections I've made. They're the reason why I have continued to enjoy this process and make videos. Am I actually motivated to make more videos? Not really. This is something I've sort of come to terms with here in the last couple weeks, is that I'm not doing this for numbers and you get what you get. Okay, so I kind of talk about that a little bit more at the end. I think I'm going to do like a advice / other miscellaneous section where I decided that I want to talk a little bit more about that. So maybe I'll put a timestamp here for where you can jump to. But what keeps me motivated? I just kind of keep doing it because I like to hear my own self-talk mostly. But also, mostly it's the people that I've met and the pure actual love for reading and books that I can find on Booktube that I don't get in my real life. So there's that. Also, I find readathons kind of weirdly challenging and fun. And I always like getting more recommendations. So there are those elements as well. Plus, liking my video doesn't hurt. So like it, and I get a little serotonin boost every time you do that, so help a girl out. Question 3, what are 3 of your favorite videos you have made in the past year and why? I try not to play favorites. I actually kind of went through all my videos and was I picked out one, but I thought this question has 3, so it asks for 3, so I'm gonna ask for 3. So the first one is actually, I'm going in reverse order here. I recently put out a video that I titled Library Archives, and it was the sort of intro to that series. And I have not yet I've recorded but not yet put live other videos in this Library Archive series. And actually I'm really looking for, that wasn't my favorite video ever, but I am looking forward to making more books in that series. And I enjoy that idea and premise as it is ill-formed in my mind. So I am including that just because I thought that was a fun idea and premise. It just has barely bloomed yet into anything. And so I'm hoping that it contains promise going forward. So I'll link that up here in the cards and down in the description. The next video that I chose for this question was my Hindsight is 2020 video. I put a lot of effort into that video by going through kind of my own personal life memories, and also I tried to pick a book from every month of 2020 and kind of talk about that book and why it was maybe my best book of the month. So it was just kind of took some effort to do that video, and I felt like I talked about some great books. So I liked that video, and I liked the pun, hindsight is 2020. And then it was sort of a toss-up for my third choice. I really enjoyed the Bridgerton series of videos that I did with my husband. I think we put out 4 videos that reviewed 2 episodes each of the Bridgerton series, and we put those out at the time that Bridgerton had first come out, like on the day it came out or the next day. So I really enjoyed doing that project with my husband. I enjoyed plowing through the whole series, and it just felt it was like we were on top of it, so I was happy with that. And then the other series of videos that I was also proud of that I wanted to mention is last August I participated in 2 different readathons, and I did sort of a series of vlogs and updates on those readathons of what I was doing throughout the month of August. And I just was really proud of myself for trying so hard last August and trying really hard to get those prompts. I was really competitive. I was trying to put out a lot of content. I was vlogging, and I felt that month that I was doing really well, both in my reading. I was enjoying what I was reading. I was able to satisfy my competitive urge by ticking prompts off for the readathons, and I was making content. So those are sort of a couple of videos that I really enjoyed making and felt proud of the amount of reading that I got accomplished that month. The only other thing I wanted to mention with this question is, it says, what are 3 of your favorite videos you've made? And I just wanted to say that I also make a type of video that I don't think a lot of people make, which is book reviews on individual books. They obviously exist. Other people make them. I have made a number, probably 8 or 9 individual book review videos, and I really enjoy that type of video. And so I am particularly proud of my spoiler alert recent book review video. I felt that I got a little, I did a good critique on that book, I thought, personally, for myself, if I, want to give myself a little golf clap. And then also, I really enjoyed making my book review on The Takeover by T.L. Swan. I kind of ranted a little bit, and I just did not I just felt that everyone else was so in love with that book. And I was like, why? This book is annoying. And so it just felt good to vent that a bit. So yeah, I guess I'm just like expanding this question into a lot more than 3 videos that I really enjoyed and why, but I just wanted to put it out there that I sometimes make individual book review videos, and I know they're not really popular as a format or as a type of video to make, but those were 2 that I really enjoyed and was happy to make. So question 4. Question 4 is, what have you struggled with on Booktube in the past year, and how did you overcome that struggle? I would say some of my biggest struggles on Booktube have been consistency, putting out videos at a consistent schedule. I've never been very good at that. And that's probably because this is a hobby, and so I overestimated my competence at the start in my editing prowess, and also my on-camera eloquence, and also the amount of time it would just literally take to do anything regarding a video that I prep for my channel. So I had the ideas of grandeur at the start of my channel, when I was going to put out X amount of content, this frequency, and it just didn't happen. And then I was down on myself. And so I've just I haven't overcome that because I'm still kind of inconsistent, but I've overcome that consistency issue by not caring about it, because you get what you get when you get it. Cool. And this sort of is related to what I was mentioning earlier, which is I have realized that I've gone through slumps, like people talk about reading slumps. I feel that there are slumps also in a creativity and content creation aspect. I feel that there are times over the past year that I have been chock full of ideas, and I'm like, oh yeah, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. Or I'll think, what videos do I have coming out soon? Oh, it's this. And then there are other times when I'm thinking, okay, well, I haven't put a video out in 6 days. What do I have? And I have nothing either on deck ready to come out, and I also am struggling to come up with an idea. So I feel like that is just more of a slump, because for a little while there, it was really frustrating for me to hear other people say that they have notebooks full of ideas. And I'm like, "What? Want to share them with the class, please? Because like I don't have any good ideas." But I think it's really just a slump of creativity. And that was something that I had to come to terms with for myself, that I couldn't always be consistent based on the content that I already had like pre-prepared or pre-planned. And so I have learned to acknowledge within myself that there are times of plenty and times of drought, and that will affect my consistency. So that's what you get. Question 5 is, choose one moment from the past year on Booktube that you would love to relive. When I was watching Bethany from Thanie's Thoughts do this tag, she was saying this is an interesting question. Is there a moment she gets to relive and re-experience, or is it a moment that you get to redo? Which I had not thought of it that way, and I thought that was a really fun take. So my moment that I would like to relive is a moment where I participated in the Love in the Night Readathon last November, and we're gonna have another round also in March, or not in March, in May, here at the end of the month. I will leave a link to the announcement video up in the cards down in the description. You should totally join us at the end of May for Love in the Night Readathon if you like paranormal romance. But when Shay from the channel Shay Geeks Out, she was the one who said that she wanted to do a paranormal romance readathon and put the word out and said who would be interested in joining. And I kind of hemmed and hawed for a moment, and then I thought, you know what, no, I want to do a readathon. I like paranormal romance, this is fine. And so I would want to relive the moment where we kind of all got together and formed a group and have a chat. I have found the ladies who are my co-hosts for this readathon to be a great resource of both support, mentally and emotionally, and advice for Booktube and for life. So I am really happy that I joined that group. I guess that would be the moment that I would relive, is when I join them. For a moment that I would redo, I would say the very first time that I ever was live on a live stream for Booktube was one of the Tuesday night romance Booktube reading sprints that happen weekly. I kind of decided to join one last minute. I was scrambling. I was just on my laptop. I didn't have a great camera. I didn't have my microphone ready or anything. So my internet was terrible, and it was laggy, and it was awful, and because I wasn't on the Ethernet plug-in thing, and my sound was okay, and my picture was not that good, and also I didn't really know very many people in the who were on that specific live show, so I was just kind of like, and I just felt like an idiot, kind of sitting there nodding and smiling the whole time. So I would redo that moment. Question 6 is, shout out a huge supporter of your channel. I have so many supporters of my channel that really kind of floors me. I cannot believe at the time of me recording this, I'm at 399 subscribers. I cannot believe there's 399 people who thought I was worth subscribing to. But anyway, some of my earliest supporters and friends that I made on Booktube were Erin at Sabriel's Book. She does a bunch of fantasy and some young adult, but now she's branching into more adult. I like Erin at Sabriel's Bell. She's been a good supporter. Also, Kristen at Red Wine has been a great supporter. She has a great sense of humor that always cracks me up, and I feel like those are two people that I've met pretty early on who I've supported them and they've supported me. And another early supporter was Ray from Bookmark Chronicles. I really like her dry sense of humor and her sarcasm, and I feel like she is relatively critical for the books that she reads, and I appreciate that. So we have, I consider her someone who has supported me a lot, and she pops up very regularly in my comment section. As I've just mentioned for the Love in the Night Readathon, I know it says pick one person, but I'm shouting out a bunch of people. All the people from the Love in the Night Readathon have also been great support. That's Shay from Shay Geeks Out, Steph from Novelty Corner, Tamika from Library of Tomes, Crystal from Crystal's Bookish Life, Izzy from Happy for Now in particular, I think was someone who was one of my earliest introductions to the romance side of things of YouTube, for the romance tube sphere. And so I have to really give her extra props for that and how kind she has been, and she's come to my support and aid multiple other times as well. So I really feel like I'm a big Izzy fan. I don't know that she's a huge fan of me, but she's frequently a commenter on my videos, and I love that. And then I found Jess from Books Past Bedtime and Mare from Mare Reads and Katie from Katie and Her Cats. They had started a book club, the Page Turner Book Club, and I felt like finding them sort of led me to this other sphere of people, of awesome people. And so I kind of have two main branches of family that's how I view my booktube. So I have a lot of supporters, and I love all of them, and I love all my subscribers. I know there are also a number of non-content creators who have supported my channel, who pop up regularly. I also cannot feel like I'm at like an Oscar speech. Should I be like holding the statue? I also have to thank my husband, who I have dragged into this channel multiple times, and who I have read books to, and he is my number one support in my life. So I definitely feel like he has been a real life cheerleader for me and my booktube channel. And of course my cousin Nicole from See Nicole Read. I kind of dragged her into the booktube world, and she has also done so many buddy reads with me and so many great bookish discussions. She's sort of one of the earliest book friends I've had in my life, and I'm so glad that she's a real life person that I know and love and who supports me also. So I have a lot of love coming to me regularly, and I am very thankful and grateful for that. Question 7 is, what is the best book that you have read in the past year? This is an unfair question. I don't want to pick just one. I think I did declare for all of 2020 that Wolfsong by TJ Klune was my top favorite book. I definitely gave Wolfsong 5 stars last year. I definitely said it was very emotional and moving, and I have stood by the fact that it was my favorite book of 2020. I am actually planning on rereading Wolfsong probably very shortly, probably here in this month of May. And I don't know, I really hope that it holds up on reread, but that's what I'm choosing. That was my best book in the past year. Question 8. So this is where my oh, am I getting dark here comment comes in, because question 8 says, where do you see your channel in a year's time, and what do you hope to have achieved? I'm honestly impressed and surprised that I made it to 1 year, just because I know myself inherently. I have kind of a lazy streak. But also I have a history of starting a hobby or a craft or a interest and kind of being really into it for a little while and then kind of letting that go by the wayside. That's not true with everything. The things that manage to stick around for a little while tend to stick around for a while. But honestly, I didn't think I was going to make it to a 1 year for BookTube. I definitely went through sort of one of those content creation slumps in February, maybe even in last September or October. And when I have moments like that where I feel like I can't come up with things, when it feels like I'm in a reading slump and then therefore I'm in a content slump, that's very disheartening. And so there's been multiple times when I have already thought about stopping making content for this channel. Also coming to the realization that that's okay, and that I should just make content that I want to make and should just put it out when I have it. That took a lot of adjustment mentally, and I don't love that I'm at the frequency of video content that I currently am, which is like 1 a week or slightly less, but I have to just be okay with that. So honestly, a year from now, I would be very surprised if I'm still making BookTube content a year from now. The other thing about that is that potentially thinking about different things happening in my personal life, in my real life, maybe I won't be in this house in a year. Maybe I won't be in this job in a year. Maybe I'll have have a child in a year. Who knows what the future may bring? And so therefore, where do I see my channel in a year's time? What do I hope to have achieved? I feel that if I am at 500 subscribers 1 year from now, and if I have continued to make content a year from now, that would be great. Realistically, I don't think I'm going to be here in a year from now. Now, I think I'll be on Earth, but I don't think I'll be on BookTube a year from now. In a dream setting, I think 500 subscribers and another let's lowball it here. 40 videos more than now, that would be great. And I think ideal. The last question of this tag is tag someone whose anniversary is coming up. I have no idea whose anniversaries are near me. I felt like a lot of the people that I found early on were also booktube newbies like myself, but so I don't know who's coming up, but if yours is coming up, feel free to do this tag. I don't remember if I said it at the top, but the original creator of this tag was Joe from Average Joe Reads, which is a great channel name. And I really enjoy his original, this was his original tag, and I like his video about it. So definitely check out him. Though I don't think he's put out content in a hot minute, but I just want to make sure that like I gave credit where credit was due. And then this is the section of the video where I said at the top that I kind of wanted to say something. I don't know if I really want to say anything. So if you're seeing this, cool, awesome. A, you stuck around, and B, I left it in. I thought about doing a sort of mini quick advice area, but after my responses to some of my questions where I'm like, I don't know, should I be here? Maybe no one stuck around. Basically, my number one tip about starting a booktube channel or starting a YouTube channel is I recommend you make what you want to make, what content you want to make. I feel that there are a lot of types of videos that are popular and common in the booktube sphere. There's, wrap-ups and TBRs and unboxings and vlogs. A lot of the same structure is happening across a lot of videos. And I have pretty much stuck to the things that I like to make. I don't make a ton of vlogs. I've made some, but I feel that I'm really boring and I don't have any B-roll, and I never remember to record, and I can't record at work. So my vlogs just feel like it's me standing here talking to you with multiple updates on the same book. And so I haven't made that many vlogs just because I don't find them to be super fun or great to fit into my life. And as I mentioned before, I do a number of individual book reviews, which like those videos, some of them have like one of my second highest number of views on my channel is actually on a book review of boyfriend material, which I was surprised at. And also that was not all at once. That has been posted for 8 months and has gained that many views over the last 8 months for whatever reason. But most of my other book reviews have 30 views. Like, people, if you read the book and you had any feelings about the book, maybe you'd watch that review. But it's content that I enjoy making, and it's what I want to make, and so that's what I continue to make. I also continue to make a number of bookish discussion videos on my channel where I have a long conversation and chat with somebody about a book that we have buddy read together, and I love that. The whole point of me joining Booktube was to meet other bookish people, and to have conversations about the books we are reading. I have joined multiple book groups. I have joined multiple book clubs. I try to show up to live show discussions on books that I have read, because that's my favorite part, is having a conversation about the thing that we have read. And so do my 45-minute long videos where it's me and one other person just like shooting the breeze about a buddy read. Do those videos do well? No. Are they a pain in the behind to both edit and caption? Hell yes. But that's content that I want to make, and so I'm going to keep making it. So that's my number one piece of advice, is make content that you want to make. Don't be nasty. The internet is forever. So, be proud of what you're putting out, but also don't feel pressured to make the same type of video that you are seeing other people make. Unless you want to, because you should make the content that you want to make. You will enjoy it the most in the making of it and be proud of it once it goes up. And that comes across on camera. When someone is enjoying what they're doing, I think that shows. And that's my advice to you. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble. I tried to do this all in essentially one take, so we'll see how that goes. Let me know if you have any comments on anything that I've said today. I would love to hear from you. Leave those down in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to. And happy birthday to me. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions on a different opening line or a different closing line, that'd be great. If you have any suggestions about things you would like to see more of on my channel, or things you definitely don't need to see more of, that would be great also. Please leave comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. We're getting real here.